you, Dr. Abhishek. Thank you, Sahani sir, and thank you, Nisha ma'am. And now it is the time for the English session. Today is our 1885th day of continuous webinar. Before beginning the session, we will have a prayer, silent prayer. Good evening and welcome once again. Dr. Lubna has. Today is our 1885th day of continuous webinar. Every day we are conducting Hindi, English, Malayalam continuously for last 1884 days to unite the homeopathic doctors, lovers, and homeopathic community together in one platform. Today's our speaker is Dr. Lubna Kamal. She has already taken many classes here. No need of any introduction, even though she is MD in homeopathy and she is a homeopathic nephrologist. And I'm welcoming Dr. Lubna Kamal to Ifph. You are welcome, please. Please unmute yourself. You are the co-host. You can start.
Good evening from India. Thank you so much, Ifph, for having me here for another episode of mutual learning, I would say. Thank you so much. And today I have a very important topic before over here. So I'll just start right away. Trying to share my screen. There it is. So please tell me if it is visible.
Yes, visible. How to be a homeopreneur.
Yeah, how to be a homeopreneur. And please inform me if the slides get stuck at any point of time. So these are my details, and the co-author. Homeopreneur actually is a book which I have recently launched, and the BGen are the publishers. And I'll just make you go through it. Okay, just a moment. There's some problem with the slide, so just give me a moment, okay? So I don't know how many students are here, how many doctors are here, and how many of my seniors are here. I hope that this session is going to be useful for everybody. So I would want to know your dream as a doctor and as a student. And in the end, we'll take up all of these questions and everything. But I would want you to ponder over your dream. What exactly has been your dream when you took up homeopathy, when you were a student? If you are a student, so what is your dream right now? And if you are already a doctor, so what has been your dream, and have you been able to fulfill it or not? And I'll be grateful, really grateful, if you can just share your details in the chat box, your name, your country, your city, etc. So I'll start with this slide, and it's a thatched hut. And exactly this was what, my college looked like when I took admission in homeopathy after, competing through CPMT. And when I went to my college for the first time, this is exactly what it looked like. The building was really in a very bad shape. And my eyes were actually filled with tears that this is the college where I will be studying. And I worked so hard to go through these medical entrance examinations. So I was really very sad. But later on, the building changed, and I met my teachers, I met my seniors, and then, of course, everything was normal. But initially, of course, this was like very disappointing. So my dream was completely shattered at that point of time. Now, this is about homeopreneurship, where my dream got fulfilled. Initially, it was shattered, but then it was fulfilled. And I wanted to share my success story with everyone over here. And the basis of this book was actually my student. There was a student of mine in the first year when I was teaching in the government college in Kanpur. And that student later on, after a few months, he told that he's switching to Ayurveda in the second or probably the third counseling. So I asked him the reason. Tell me the reason. Why are you switching? Why are you leaving homeopathy and switching to Ayurveda? So he said that the reason is very simple, because it is very easy to earn through Ayurveda. You can give as many medicines as you want. You can mix Ayurveda with allopathic medicines, and it is easier to establish practice while doing Ayurveda. Whereas homeopathy is really difficult, the practice is very difficult, and it takes years to build the practice. So this came as a shock, because many other students, and I started interviewing my students, and many other students were of the same opinion. They were absolutely clueless. What will they do once they are out of the college? So that is why this book came into being. And the challenges faced by homeopathic doctors today is low income, lack of confidence, and poor visibility. So if you initially, everyone of us might have faced the same problem of low income, unless and until we are into some kind of job that only provides a stable income initially. And if you are in a private practice, then definitely there is very poor income initially. There is absolute lack of confidence initially. Later also, there are like lot of doctors who are not very sure what they are doing, whether they will ever be successful, and whether they will ever be able to earn lots and lots of money. They lack confidence. And poor visibility, we do not form the mainstream. Actually, the mainstream medicine is already occupied by the modern medicine, and we are hardly visible. So that is how this book came into being. And there was a need for a guidebook that blends clinical excellence with entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, we already know that it is about running a successful business. So this book blends these two things, that clinical excellence and entrepreneurship. At times, we see that there are very good doctors, very learned homeopathic doctors, but they do not, they are not able to run their practice very well. So this book provides both the things: how to be excellent clinically and how to be an entrepreneur. So why me? Why did I choose to write this book, come up with this book? Because I had been, assisting senior right from BHMS and right from very first year. The moment I took admission into homeopathic college, I was sure that, okay, I am going to do this only. I'm not going to change anything now. I was so impressed with homeopathy, and my life was also saved by homeopathic medicines only when I was a child. So when I went into this college, I already showed the picture. I was very disappointed with the studies as well. But I had made up my mind that, okay, I'm going to build my practice. I'm going to build my career in homeopathy. So that is why, and that is how I started assisting a senior right from the very first year. So obviously he refused. He was a very senior practitioner of Allahabad, and with at least 50 years of experience. Pardon?
Madam, are you moving the slides?
Yeah.
but we are seeing only the first slide.
Oh, oh my
Now,
God.
okay, now we reached ninth slide, I think. When
Okay, just let me show you then the picture of this my college actually. So this was the college which was very disappointing. This was like it is not the exact building, but my college initially looked like this. Wow, that is what I was telling you about. And this is the cover of my book I was telling. So this was the next slide. So I'll just skip through these. And now it is visible.
Yeah. Now it is visible. Now it is moving. Now I'm seeing the ninth slide.
All right. Okay. So I'll go ahead with this only. Okay, I'm not going to move it through PPT. I'll just show it like this only. So I had been assisting a senior from the first year. He was a very senior homeopathic consultant from Allahabad with 50 years of practice. He was not letting me, enter his clinic or sit there because he thought that I'm just a student, just a first year student. What will I do? How will I understand? But I was very keen on learning because I had to, I had made up my mind to make a mark in homeopathy. So right from the very first year, I started assisting a senior. And while I was in the college itself, my neighbors, my relatives, they had, started asking me for the medicines. So I was running a very small clinic, a tiny clinic from my home, right from the third year. And I'm telling you this because for the freshers, for the students, it is very important to be very confident. When you step out of the college, you need to be really confident. And if you have worked through the 4 years of your BHMS, then definitely you will have enough confidence to go out and earn and establish yourself as a homeopath the moment you are out of the college. So I was so keen on building up my career that I got the job just after completing my internship. So like today I completed my internship and the next day I got a job. And within 2 years of that job, initially I did not go with my private practice. But yes, initially I was in this job, and then within 2 years I was offered partnership in a homeopathic chain of homeopathic clinics. And that clinic was so successful that it crossed a 2 crore mark within 2 years, and we came up with 2 or 3 branches, and it was like flourishing. It was going very well. And this is the initial furniture of my individual clinic. You can see there are 2 chairs, and one of them is a bathroom stool, which we use in the bathroom. Initially, I did not have any furniture, anything at all, except for these 2 broken chairs. And the patient would come, they would give the fee, and they would take the medicines. So nothing is impossible in homeopathy. You just have to work hard. And you should know where and what to do. So who is actually a homeopreneur? A homeopreneur is a homeopathic doctor who has entrepreneurial skills, who knows how to be an entrepreneur, which makes him a homeopreneur. So this homeopreneur is not just a good doctor. Of course, that is the most important thing. That is the first thing. And that is not something which is unachievable. Even if you are a student, even if you are a doctor, even if you have a practice and you feel that, yes, I need to do better. Still, you can just devote half an hour of study each day towards learning homeopathy, towards learning new concepts, and you can be a very good doctor. And a homeopreneur has to be a good doctor with a very smart, he has to be a very smart clinical manager and a visionary leader so that he can see beyond 5 years, beyond 10 years of practice, where will he be after 10 years. And it is about building a practice that is ethical. I'm not asking you to do anything unethical. You have to be ethical. You have to practice within the law. but still it can be profitable and very impactful. So the core principles of homeopreneurship is vision and goals. You have to be very clear of your vision and you have to set your goals. That what do you want 6 months from now? What do you want 12 months from now? Then the second important thing to be a homeopreneur is patient trust through results and counseling. This is something which is very important. Unless and until you are able to give the results, then no patient is going to trust you. You have to deliver results. You have to make the patient better by constitutional medicine, by pathological prescribing, whatever you feel is okay. And the second important thing is counseling, because it is very difficult for patients to trust homeopathy, to trust through its process. See, if you give some medicine in an autoimmune disorder and there is a flare-up, there is a suppression and that flares up, then you have to counsel the patient so that they trust you. Then the third important thing is efficient clinic management. It is not just the table and the chair and the medicines and you, but the efficient clinic management. You should know how to bring back your patients, how to remain in touch with them, how to, if they are not turning up, then what to do. That is what is called the smart marketing. And that is what helps in building a ethical and a profitable practice. You have to be very smart with marketing. And that is what creates your branding over the years. Then the financial literacy for doctors is equally important, because if you are earning and not saving and not investing, then of course, then too, you will lose money. You won't know what to do with the money you are earning. So this is what the millionaire mindset is about: skills, specialization, and digitalization. Skill is like whatever you acquire during your study. The homeopathic part and the allied subjects both are equally important. One has to have all the knowledge. The second most important thing I feel is specialization, because I am a homeopathic nephrologist. I have treated more than 20,000 patients from all over the world, all over India. And even the allopathic doctors know me as a homeopathic nephrologist. They know that I treat kidney patients with homeopathic medicine. So it is very easy for me to make a mark in the medical field, and so that people know me and they can recognize me. So if you are a fresher, you should definitely specialize. If you're not a fresher, if you are well into your practice, even then you can set up your specialization. You can specialize yourself. You have to study over a subject. You have to put up something, some information like that, that you are selectively seeing these kind of patients and you are treating them very well. So that actually makes it very easy to earn your fees, to make your mark. Then the third most important thing is digitalization. If you have a small clinic, you might not realize its importance right now, but the moment you think of expanding to many patients, then digitalization becomes indispensable. And nowadays, there are so many tools for digitalization. And it has become very easy. It saves a lot of time. It saves a lot of energy. And you will have a record of everything. So that actually becomes very important when you start to publish something, when you want to publish your case, which is again very important. So this is about a millionaire mindset. This is 1 day earning of mine, 35,200. And I earned it on, I can't see the date, okay, 29th of August. So if you earn like around 30,000 per day, you will easily reach the millionaire mark. And it is not that difficult. I'll just show you how. If I can earn 35,000 or 30,000 in a day, then definitely any homeopathic doctor can do. But yes, skill and specialization, digitalization, everything will become very important. And I would want to tell you that this 35,000 mark is not by any ads. I'm not running ads on Facebook or Google or anywhere or in newspapers. This is without ads, only just hard work and a little bit of, making, best out of the strategies. So there were no ads in print or digital media or anywhere. So, but I have turned 40 and I have achieved this mark once I turned 40, because there was absolutely nobody to guide me when I was in the beginning years of my practice. And whatever I did, most of the things I did by myself. There was no one to guide me, and I don't have a medical background. Nobody in my family is a doctor. So nobody guided me what to do and what not to do. So, but nowadays, the students, the freshers, the young doctors, you do not have to wait till you are 40 to earn $1 million. All you have to do is just put your energy, just buy this book, just go through it. And we have a dedicated Facebook group for discussions. You can come there and you can just post your question over there. We can have a discussion. Even we can have a discussion after this, that how can you turn a millionaire even before you are 40. So the world's greatest homeopreneur, I would call the person, Dr. Mukesh Batra. He is the world's greatest homeopreneur, and he has just taken homeopathic medicine to such great heights. He was a doctor, he established clinic, then he established a chain of clinics, then he built a brand, and now he has such a legacy. So much he has done for homeopathy, so many innumerable like clinics in India and abroad. There are so many people who know homeopathy through Dr. Batra. So he is the greatest homeopreneur till date. And vision is so important. Just because Dr. Batra had a vision, he had long-term plans, very long-term plans. He did not stop at 1 clinic or 10 clinics or 100 clinics. He had very large vision, and that is how he was able to achieve all of this. So this is a top gastroenterologist of Lucknow, Dr. Deepak Agarwal. He's a very famous gastro physician of Lucknow. And why I'm discussing this is because when he was doing his DM from SGPGI Lucknow, there were patients who would line up to his chamber, not the HOD, not the senior doctors, but to a student of DM, that he was more popular with the patients because he used to listen to them intently. He would listen to their problems. He would prescribe to them better than his teachers or his HOD. And that is why Dr. Deepak is here, where he is right now. So this is what I'm trying to tell my students, that if you work hard today and if you consult a patient, if you give him all the energy you have, then definitely that patient will turn back to you. And that is how you build your practice. No patient, even if he is not giving you any payment, he is still useful. He is still going to be helpful in later in your practice. So that is what Dr. Deepak did. He passed from the PGI, and then all the patients he was seeing as a student of DM in PGI, they were all coming to his hospital, to his clinic once he passed out from the PGI. And success has no age. You don't have to be an old homeopathic doctor to be successful. No, I'm telling you that to be a homeopreneur, to be a millionaire, you can you have to follow whatever I'm telling, and you can be a millionaire even before you turn 40. So this is another doctor, Dr. Manmohan Shukla. He is a homeopathic doctor and he is doing very well. And he is like, he is a nurse in a government college. He passed his nursing exam and then he passed his homeopathic BHMS course. So he got a job as a nurse in Lohia Hospital, where he sharpened his skills and from where he got a lot of patients. So this is how he has built his practice. You know, so skill never goes waste. Even if you are like Dr. Manmohan Shukla, that skill will not go waste, whatever he was learning as a nurse in the hospital, because in a government hospital, in a allopathic, like modern medicine hospital or an allopathic hospital, you get lot of patients. So he was consulting, he's still consulting them during the first half. And then the second half, he is practicing homeopathy and he is using all of those skills as a nurse in his homeopathic practice. So skill never ever goes waste. Whatever skill you can acquire, you should acquire. And this is Alok Mishra. He has recently passed and he came to meet me in the clinic. So that is what usually happens, that students come to ask for a job. So Alok also came to me. And then we started chatting and I asked him that what are his plans for the future. So surprisingly, he did not ask me for a job. So I asked him that what is it that you're going to do? So he said that I'll be setting up my clinic. So I asked him, are you that confident? So he too said the same thing, that I have been working from the very first year. I was acquiring all possible skills. I was with my teachers, with my doctors, with my seniors in the college. Wherever I could find knowledge, I used to go there. I used to assist my seniors in their clinics, and I acquired all possible knowledge, so that when I stepped out of my college as a doctor, I am absolutely ready to launch my own clinic. So this is what is important, that you start very, very early. You have to start right from the first year, right from the second year. And even if you are a doctor, you can still start from today. This is another student of mine, Dr. Shreya. She is pursuing PG from Lucknow, NHMC Lucknow. And you know, the most important thing about her was that she was a very bright student while she was there in the college. But when she went to this Shama Prasad Mukherjee Civil Hospital, the teachers over there, the senior doctors, the surgeons, the pediatricians, they all started asking Dr. Shreya for medicines. You know, she had so much of command over homeopathy, and she had learned so much that she was confidently giving medicines to the doctors over there. Imagine that, in an internship student giving medicines to the doctors in a hospital. And they were improving, and now she is like pursuing this MD from Lucknow, and she's also running her small clinic, and she's doing very well, really well. So talent and hard work never goes waste, and that is what gets you recognition. This is Dr. Ravi Singh, and he is also doing very well. He's earning a lot. He has a homeopathic clinic, and he started with this hair transmission medicine, and which was very difficult, actually very difficult, because a normal homeopathic practice is difficult, but what Dr. Ravi undertook was even more difficult. So eventually, but he had make up his mark. And so even if no one likes you or believes you, because a lot of people amongst homeopathic doctors don't believe in hair transmission, still you can be successful. You should be able to treat your patients. You're not here to please anyone. So even if no one likes you or believes you, still you can be successful. And this is another doctor. This is my colleague, my classmate, Dr. Satya Prakash. Look at his clinic. He has a very tiny clinic in Lucknow. And that is where he started from. But gradually, slowly and gradually, he worked very hard. And now, just now, he has a very nice and huge clinic, another clinic in Lucknow. So you should never, you can start small. It is never important that you have to start very big, because I showed you my chairs, the condition of my chamber. I did not have a table initially. I had just 2 chairs, one for the patient, one for me, and there were 3 stools, bathroom stools, where the patient's attendant would sit. So this program of homeopreneurship is for any average student who can work hard. If you can put up hard work, then definitely this program is for you and you can be a millionaire. So this is like my key points for specialization, because I cannot imagine earning so much without specialization in today's modern world, because in today's Google age with ChatGPT, the patient is already equipped with everything. So if you're not specialized, if you have not studied really hard on your subject, on your topic of interest, on your specialization, then you will not be able to tell your patients what to do and what not to do. So charging consultation fees, which is very important for homeopathic doctors as well, that becomes very easy with specialization. Then there are a lot of subjects and seats for PG, which we can go ahead with, but without specialization, without research, it is not possible right now. So research also becomes very important, because when you are specialized, you will be able to publish a lot of things, your data, you will have a data, and then research becomes very easy. So better patient management when you are specializing on one subject, when you are studying it very hard. Then, of course, when you are updated with the latest trends in homeopathy and in modern medicine, then you can manage the patient very well. And collaboration also becomes very easy when you are specialized, when you have one command over one subject, and of course, recognition. You will be definitely recognized better when you are specialized. And this is a screenshot of one of my colleagues who is a non-specialized doctor, and he claims to be treating everything possible: eczema, urticaria, rhinitis, thyroid, fissure, everything possible. But this does not make sense in modern science. A doctor cannot be treating all of these things at one time. Besides, individualization, of course, works. It will work for urticaria, it will work for rhinitis, it will work for depression. But how will you manage the patient? How will you counsel them if you do not know what to do with urticaria and what not to do with depression? So my advice is not to go with the non-specialized practice. And this is my result. I had been treating, I told already that I've been treating patients suffering from chronic renal failure for over now more than 20 years, and have treated more than 25,000 patients. And this is a small part of that study. A total of 1,121 patients were taken up for the study, and 783 only were available with proper follow-up and reports and etc. And almost 80% of them improved, because I've not written cured, because the renal failure, chronic renal failure, never gets cured. So the patient can be managed, they can be improved. And status quo, maintaining status quo over years also is taken as improvement, because with allopathic that is not possible, but it is possible with homeopathy. The patient can maintain status quo, because we can stop the renal damage, we can reverse it up to some extent, and we can definitely stabilize it. So this is the part of my study. I've presented this a number of times in a number of conferences. So how to be a specialist? This is another very important topic. To be a homeopreneur, exhaustive case taking. I think I have repertorized and analyzed and taken more than 5,000 cases in 5 to 7 years of my being a student. When I was studying in BHMS and in MD, together I have repertorized over 5,000 cases, and that is how you can, repertory can be at your fingertips. You learn so many things which you won't have to look for the repertory later in the practice, because in practice, when there are a lot of patients, it is very difficult to repertorize a case or even to look for the symptoms in the repertory. So, and then the second important thing is that evaluation, the mentals, the generals, the particulars, kingdoms, subkingdoms, family, miasmatic analysis, repertorial analysis, all of these things have to be learned till you are in your graduation or max at the post-graduation. And the doctors who have not been able to learn, I already said that half an hour every day would equip you properly. Then keynote prescribing also is very important, because at times we do not have time. Pathological prescribing is very important, because I see a lot of patients who are suffering from renal failure, liver cirrhosis, cancers. So pathological prescribing becomes essential, because at times the patient is unconscious. They are not able to give anything worth, repertorizing. So at that time, the pathological prescribing is important. Then you can be a specialist when you have evidence, you have records, and you have data, as we discussed earlier. Then if you have all of these things, you have reports of the patient, you have their data, then of course you go ahead with publishing, and that actually establishes you as a specialist. Then to be a millionaire mindset, I already said that digitalization becomes very important, and this is the software I'm using, DRCFO, for homeopathic prescribing, for all the details of my patient. See, initially there will be a charge, but eventually when you start consulting lot of patients, now the charge becomes insignificant, because it saves so much of your time, and you have all the data of your patient. So then is when its importance, you'll realize its importance. And role of AI in homeopathy is very, very important. Now you cannot even think of, because there are a lot of reports which you put to ChatGPT and it will analyze the report better. And at times, the repertorial chart or the symptoms of the patient, you feed it into Claude or maybe Perplexity, and they give the right indications. So learning AI for homeopathic practice to be a millionaire, again, is very important. You cannot just overlook that. Now, this is a girl. She was an Indian girl. She was working in UK, and she had been doing part-time jobs, and she was accused of all of this. But I feel that if Indian students abroad can work, if the foreign students, when they are studying, they can do part-time odd jobs, then the Indian students in India should also do something while they are studying, like maybe joining a nursing home, because learning modern medicine is equally important. So having some kind of part-time job becomes very essential in order to be like more responsible. It makes you learn so many things. Whatever job you do, even for a very small time in a small clinic or a nursing home or a hospital, anywhere, then too, it gives you a lot of experience and lot of confidence. And creating a pitch deck, homeopathic doctors are nowhere here in Shark Tank or anywhere. But there are a lot of opportunities, not just this Shark Tank India. There are so many people ready to give funds. But homeopathic doctors, they lack proposals. They cannot create a pitch deck because they are not focused. And by the time they become focused, they realize they are already 40, 45 or 50, and then they do not want to go there. So we will be launching courses also in homeopreneurship, the junior level course and the senior level course. We'll be coming up with these courses very soon. And there will be personal coachings also for the students. And I'll give a very small example of this SBI cashback credit card. So this credit card actually gives 5% flat cashback on everything you purchase online. So if you go through this calculation, that if you have earning 50,000 per month and you spend 10,000 rupees online, then every month you are saving 5% through this cashback, and in 12 months you will have this 6,000 rupees, and in 20 years you will have 1,20,000 rupees. But if you invest it, if you save it, and if you invest it in some mutual funds, then the minimum return will be of 12%. This is the minimum return. A good mutual fund gives returns as high as 20 or 25% or even more. So with just 500 rupees of SIP, which is a systematic investment plan, for 20 years, minimum you will save 5 lakh of rupees. So this is the financial skill which a homeopathic doctor must learn in order to save money, in order to invest money, and in order to use that money later on. And these are the NGOs of mine which I've been running, and I have been, I am not getting any government aid or any money from anywhere, but I'm, whatever I'm earning, I'm putting it into investments, and whatever I'm getting through those investments, I'm using to run my NGOs and helping the poor patients. So all of these places I'm dispensing medicines absolutely free of cost. So this is my another book. It will be launched probably by December in a nephrology conference. And there will be another course also coming up on role of homeopathy in uronephrology, because we have brilliant medicines to treat renal failure, to treat stones, to treat so many disorders, uronephrological disorders. Then I'm launching another book on dream analysis. It will take some time, 3 to 6 months, because I've used dreams for individualization, and I have found it to be so useful. If if your analysis of dream is correct, it is so very easy to individualize the case and reach the simillimum. So with practice, eventually it's very easy. And so there will be another course on that. And I'm looking forward to make many new homeopreneurs. So you can join me and my page. And I'm trying to train a lot of students. I have nearly 50 students right now whom I'm training, who are already in college. And I offer them work. And later on, I'll employ them in my branches. And then maybe if everything goes well, then they might partner, or through franchisee model, they can earn a lot. So it is you who has to decide whether you want to struggle to survive, or you want to be a doctor who thrives. So that is all for today. Thank you very much. I hope this talk was useful, and you all might find it helpful. Thank you.
Exactly, Dr. Lubna, the points you have shared here is very important and useful those who are about to start a clinic, and it's a very useful for those who are running their clinic to improve their practice and improve their the position in their clinic and everything. Actually, many of us know many things, but we are not implementing much from that. and we are daily we are sitting in the clinic running the same thing, thinking that we have to change, we have to make changes, but not implementing is very important. Thank you so much for your presentation. Actually, this kind of experience you shared here is needed for the homeopaths, because mostly homeopaths are stepping back from no others are showing any not others showing degradation to homeopaths, they themselves showing that. Anyway, the participants, please ask your question to the Dr. Lubna. Good evening, ma'am. Glad to attend the webinar, but I have a question regarding PG, Falcon. Can you raise your hand? I will unmute you and you can ask. Otherwise, Dr. Lubna, you please answer.
I'm not able to actually understand the question.
Yeah, our question is not complete. It's not complete question. Falcon. It's written here as Falcon. Can you raise your hand? I will unmute you. Falcon.
I need to understand the question before answering.
Okay. Please. Please, you can ask directly. Please.
Good evening, ma'am. Myself, Mohammed Uruj, and I am a medical student of 4th year from Lucknow National Homeopathic College.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, my question is that I am confused regarding the MA Psychology as well as MD in Homeopathy. And मुझे बेसिकली साइकेट्रिक उसमें ट्रीटमेंट में काफ़ी हद तक मुझे इंटरेस्ट है, और इस चीज़ को मैं माइंड लेवल पे मुझे काफ़ी समझना चाहता हूँ.
Yeah, that's a very good question, because even I was, at that crossroads. I was so keen to learn psychology. And even I was wondering, should I go ahead with this clinical psychology or what? But see, both the things are great. It all depends on what you want to do. MA psychology is definitely great. But if you ever want, like, if you want to go ahead with the practice and practicing like psychology and psychiatry, then it is wonderful. But if you want at any point of time in future, you want to be a faculty somewhere in a medical college, or if you want to be a researcher later in life, then it is better to go ahead with MD, with the PG. Because MA in psychology, it has limited scope in homeopathy. It can help you in practice, but in the field of homeopathy, especially in the government institutions and all, it has limited scope. So, of course, PG should be the first choice. If you are able to qualify the exam, get a good college, and if you don't have to pay the fees, like if you get in a government college or a semi-government college, it would be wonderful. But yes, of course, if you are not able to qualify, then MA psychology would be good. Because I did this MBA, which is hardly MBA in healthcare management, which is hardly of any use in like practice or in homeopathy. But yes, it has helped me to refine my practice. So knowledge never ever goes waste. I already told that whatever skill you can acquire, whatever it is, you should definitely go ahead with it. So BHMS, only UG is definitely MA psychology would be better, and the best would be a PG in homeopathy.
Ma'am, in there recently I have searched many colleges just like NIH Kolkata, even National Nehru Homeopathic College in Delhi. There is no specialization in MD in psychiatry, rather than they have a course in repertory, pediatrics or dermatology.
No, but
So,
there are various colleges offering MD in psychiatry. Maybe not NIH or not Nehru, but there are so many colleges. Even the college from where I studied, there was MD in psychiatry. The Science College from Allahabad, it is there was MD psychiatry. So that actually, that hardly matters from which college you are doing that. You have to work over it. You cannot rely on a college or the teachers entirely to like feed you. They won't spoon feed you while in PG. You only have to work, and because MD is still like PG is still a nascent field in homeopathy. There's a very long way to go. It will be like next at least 5 to 10 years before we have adequate data to to actually give substantial amount of reading material to PG students. Like I have I had taught PG students materia medica, but there's so much lack of literature. There's great lack of PG study material. So it's a very long way to go. The students, they should not rely on just the teachers and the college. If you are entering into NIH, you cannot just depend on NIH that the NIH will spoon feed you and you will be a great doctor. No, you will have to work. Tell me.
But there is lots of patients exposure in the NIH, so there may be a very good chances to explore
Yes, of course.
But
if you are willing to learn from those patients, then only.
But ma'am, in your call, you telling me this Allahabad College, MD in Psychiatry. There, I think I don't know the Allahabad College of
No, now the college has closed. Now the college is not functioning, but there are, MD Psychiatry is available in so many colleges.
But ma'am, they have a semi-government, no?
Yes, there are some semi-government colleges. Then there are private colleges. There are so many colleges who are offering MD Psychiatry.
Ma'am, but actually I want to go in a practice as well as in a psychology field. So rather than doing MD, should I do the MA Psychology instead?
No, I already told you that, see, the whatever, if you are a UG, it will be always better if you have a postgraduate degree. It can be MA Psychology or it can be MD, but MD will definitely be better if you, it will be an upper hand later in life.
Later in life.
Yes, definitely.
And there.
Okay.
I think you can come if you are in Lucknow only. You can come and meet me.
What's your name?
Discuss.
What's your name? Ahmed, you can note Madam Lubna's number here. She mentioned her phone number here. You can directly contact her and ask, clear your doubt. I think.
And this boy is from Lucknow only, so you can come down and meet me even.
Yes.
Okay, go and meet her.
Yes.
Okay, Dr. Danesh, please.
Yes, thank you, Dr. LUBNA KAMAL, doctor. It's really a very good session. And I would like to say something to my junior doctor, who is a junior student, because what he is, after going through homeopathy, my advice to him is that you just go to some of the doctors' clinic and study how they practices, and then when you go good knowledge, when you get good knowledge from them, then definitely your confidence will be in a high level and you will get number of patients. And one day you can become a famous homeopathic doctor rather than a psychiatrist or a psychologist. Because as we all know that homeopathy is the system which is based on the mind theory. So it does not mean that you need to be a psychologist to counsel patient and to understand patient. But you can, if you go through the organon itself, you can find how a homeopathic doctor interact with the patient, how he will find out the symptoms, and how he analysis, and how he make things easily. For example, to another question, I would like to answer that at Kottayam, there is a mental National Institute of Mental clinic from Central CCRH, and there we have psychiatry courses in MD. So if you are really want to study psychiatry like, in MD course in homeopathy, you can do there. But the problem is you need very high marks in in the our NEET exam, PG NEET exam. Otherwise, you won't get the admission there. That means you need to work in that way. So, so that is another option. But frankly, I'm not a person to say that you have to go for psychology or psychiatry to practice homeopathy. It doesn't matter. There is no need to spend so much time. You can either go to some correspondence courses from some universities where they are conducting these kind of courses. You can study it in online, and in between you can practice homeopathy. By you can establish yourself in a as a homeopath. If you look at the number of persons who are I have seen lot of doctors from North India having under so many certificates in their kitty rather than BHMS alone, but they don't have MD, but they are having very good practice. So homeopathy is a very fine system which is establishing day by day, and the number of patients towards homeopathy is increasing day by day. There is a we have a very good scope for homeopathy in the future. But the thing is that you people want to, most of the junior doctors want to become famous in the by some shortcut. It's not good way. If you go to the country philosophy, you can find that you will have to sit for some times to get more number of patients. If you get at least 3 to 5% in a day, that itself is a very good sign for your improvement in the beginning. And once, if you get 10 patients for a day, that is also that will be a booster for you. And naturally, you will get number of the rise. You will get more and more patients towards you. That's the reason why most of the establishing doctors have no time to practice. So much of patients are rushing towards them. They're ready to pay whatever money they charge us. The money is not the matter with our patients, but what matters is their confidence in the doctor. So what you have to do is you just study our two material medical. One is Boric, and then the Alensky is not. You stick on that. You will definitely read at least 200 times a medicine. You will become a winner. That's what I would like to add to this session. Anyway, we hope we can have some more good present, because these kinds of rare presentations are coming from Dr. LUBNA KAMAL. That itself show how she is interested in motivating our junior doctors as well as the doctors practicing here. Thank you, ma'am, for that.
Thank you so much.
I'm inviting Dr. Ramparvesh Shah for saying out of thanks to Dr. LUBNA KAMAL. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Anjani, and everyone. Namaskar and congratulations, Dr. LUBNA KAMAL. Actually, today's seminar is the Kamal. The Kamal. So, very, very thanks, Dr. LUBNA KAMAL, behalf of IFPH. Very, very thanks, whole team behalf of IFPH. And practice is very important. 2 books, just like Dr. Dhanesh described the Boric and Alensky note. And whether Bogar, etc. So practice very important, or easily homeopathic practice easily. Patient cure, number of patient increase. So very, very thanks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. LUBNA KAMAL, and those who have attended our English session. This is the end of our English session, and now I am handing over the session to Dr. P. Shaila for Malayalam session. Dr. Shaila, you are welcome, and please.